Holly with Stella Mari's Quilts, and today we continue our journey through all 50 states using the designs from this book. The description box below has more details. It also has details on the pattern with step-by-step instructions that we've written and have available. Today's block that we're working on is Kansas. So go ahead and grab a cup of tea and let's get started. For the Kansas block, we're going to need 8 each of our light and our dark in a 2 1/4 by 6 inch rectangle. We're going to need 1 each of our dark and our light in 3-inch squares. We're also going to need a few four 3.5-inch squares of our medium, 2 4.5-inch squares, and 1 1/4 by 6-inch rectangles. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare our long rectangles here. We need to cut a 45-degree angle at one end of each of these. The light is going to be cut along the 45-degree line of our mat, and I'll scoop mine up so that we can see it better. And we're going to lay it this way to cut the 45-degree here. And then the dark, we're going to cut it so that the 45-degree is on this side. That way, when they're put together, they're opposite. I have all 8 stacked up here, so I'm not going to do them all at once. I'm just going to grab a couple here. One thing you want to make sure you do is you want to make sure that you have all of the print going in the same direction. That way you have the cuts are all the same. Just going to do a couple here. And I'm just going to follow that 45-degree line on my mat down to the corner. And cut. I'll do that for all of my lights. And then I'm going to do this a similar cut for our darks. Just going to make sure these are nice and lined up. But I need the 45 on the other side, so I'm going to have my 45 cut here with my rectangle going up the other side of my mat. So there's my 45-degree line down to the corner. And there's my cut. So when the two are put together like this, they end up being opposite, and that's what we're going for. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of these and come back with the next step. Now that we've cut the angles on our lights and our darks, we're going to attach 1 strip of each to our medium colored fabric here. To do that, we're going to first mark our 1/4 inch on the back of the medium. So I'm just using my ruler here, and where my 1/4 inch and my 1/4 inch line up there, I'm just going to put a little mark on the back of my fabric here using a marking tool that works to see. I can see a pencil pretty good on the back of this one, so that's all I'm using is just a basic pencil. And then I'm going to use Y seams to attach this. I'm going to take my light first. I'm going to make sure that I have a 1/4 inch poking out on that point down to the bottom here. So where this intersection is, that should be where my 1/4 inch seam starts and stops right there. So I'm going to sew all the way to, or actually I'm going to start at the 1/4 inch marking here, do a little back stitch, and then come down. And this is where my 1/4 inch should finish, is right where this intersection is. And then we'll come back and do the second piece. All right, so now I've sewn the light onto the medium, and I only did up to a 1/4 inch away from the edge here. So now I'm going to go ahead and attach the dark to this side. I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to leave a 1/4 inch hanging down the bottom so that my seam will come off right where the intersection point is here. And I'm going to sew from the point actually I'll sew from here up to the point that I marked of my 1/4 inch seam allowance so that we can complete the Y seam. Next, we need to miter this corner here where the two fabrics meet. So what I've done so far is I've pressed my seams so that the light is towards the medium print here, and I pressed towards the dark so that they kind of go in opposite directions there. Now we're going to, from the front, we need to press the miter corners. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay the blue across that cream so that they're all nice and aligned. And I'm going to lay this then back, and we should then have a nice 45-degree angle right here, which is not quite there. Okay, let me fix that. I'm going to go ahead and press that down. By pressing it, it's going to give us a stitching line that we can work with. So I'm going to go ahead and put a pin right here, just so that the layers stay together properly. And then I'll take this to the sewing machine, open it up, and just sew along this pressed line up to the 1/4 inch mark that we've already been sewing to and out. Now this first section is complete. I've gone ahead and trimmed off the excess fabric here and pressed it. You can see all of my seams are kind of going in different directions all away from the light. And the next step is going to be to add the nether strips to the sides here. So we're going to also mark our 1/4 inch seams so that we can do some more Y seams. I'm just going to flip this over and use my ruler lined up on the 1/4 inch, and I'm just going to draw a line on the back, and then I'm going to do the same thing so I can find where the seams intersect, and that's the point that I'm going to be focusing on. So while I'm sewing this on here, I'm going to flip this together so that my angles align, and I'm just going to sew from the end to this point, and then a little bit of back stitching there. And on this one over here, I'm going to do the same thing, and I'll probably do from the point down. Just depends on which direction is coming in and out of the sewing machine. So this one will probably be coming from this point and then down, whereas this side will be from the side coming to the point. And we're going to leave that intersection so that we can do a triangle inset here using those Y seams. So here's what our unit looks like so far. It's kind of looking a little weird, but we're going to add some triangles into these two spots right here, and it's going to start looking a little bit better. So our next step is to take our larger squares of our medium fabric here. We're going to cut them in half diagonally in both directions. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to mark my 1/4 inch on the top point here. Make sure you use a marking tool that's actually going to be visible for you. I might need to switch. That pencil's a little hard to see. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this here though. And where this mark is, that's going to be our intersection on this block. So I'm going to sew on one side. I'm going to sew down until I get to that 1/4 inch point, which should match up right here. And then I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to sew down the other side from that point down, and when I come up down on this end, I should have a 1/4 inch hangover right there. Same thing will happen on the other side as well. I'm just going to put those triangles inside, and then we'll come back for the next step. We now have 4 of these units all ready to go. There's still a couple more steps before it's complete. We're going to go ahead and trim across the top here so that we have a nice straight line for the next step. I'm lining up one of the lines on my ruler with the 45-degree line here so that it's nice and straight there. And I'm making sure that I have at least a 1/4 inch away from the point at the top there. And then I'm going to go ahead and just trim that away. The next step is to then add a strip of our medium fabric right along the side. So I'm just going to find the center, line it up, stitch across. Now we're going to just straighten out the side here. Trim off that just even with the edge. The last step for the unit is to take our 3-inch squares that we have here. We're going to cut them in half in one direction. Two of our quadrants are going to receive the white, and 2 of them are going to receive the blue. And we'll just fold that over, find the center. There should be about a 1/4 inch hangover on either end here. Stitch it down and press it back. And this is what the quadrant looks like when it's all pieced. And the next step is to just square it, make sure it's nice and square to 6.5 by 6.5. So my 45-degree line is just matching up with where my 45 degrees are over on those sides. And I'm just going to go around and trim. So I'll square each of the sections and then arrange the block together so the centers alternate between the dark and the light. And then I'll just sew this together like a 4-patch. And this is the finished Kansas block. Thank you for joining me today working on the Kansas block. If you have more questions about how to do Y seams, please check out our tutorial that we have on our channel for Y seams and partial seams. It is very helpful, and once you practice it a few times, it really does get a lot easier. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you continue joining us along our journey. Until next time, cheers and happy quilting.